Hello everyone and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. So we are going to be starting a Mortal Empires campaign, the first for this channel, and probably the first of a few. You never know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, let's continue on. So if you haven't already gotten Mortal Empires, you have to go onto the Steam store, the DLC for Warhammer 2. And under there you'll find it and you'll be able to download it from there. So let's see. So for this Let's Play, I'm actually going to go with Skrulk from Clan Pestilens. I've only messed around with the Skaven a little bit, but I think it'll be interesting to see how they do. So let's see. Skrulk has reduced construction cost for the Pox Cauldron, Pestilent Nave, and Plague Bailey buildings, and a right cost of minus 75% for the Pestilent Scheme. He also has reduced upkeep for Plague Monks, the Censer Bearers, the Catapults, and the Priest. And he also has the +3 Skaven Corruption, which is always a useful thing. So the Skaven operates, well, they have the Underworld, much like the not the Elves, the Dwarves and Orcs. They also operate with food, so I've heard for that you have to do a lot of either have the right locations for the food or do raiding. And they also, I believe, are affected by loyalty as well. But let's get started and see where we go.
Skrulk, harbinger of pestilence. You do not need eyes to know you are deep within Lustria. Your plague monks have infested the very heart of the Lizardmen lands. Yet other clans have done the same. Though together you may do great work, they are not to be trusted. Only Clan Pestilens should prosper here. Do what you must to survive. The natives of this land, the hated reptile things, are thus far unaware of your arrival amongst them. Work quickly, spread your influence, and destroy them all. Lustria lies vulnerable before you, Lord Skrulk. In the name of Clan Pestilens and the Great Horned Rat, spread your noxious disease across the world. Leave none alive.
Alright. Also, one little thing that I've noticed here. Skrulk Skrull kind of looks like the Statue of Liberty with his little pointed hat thing. Alright, so we have a general idea of how they play. So, chapter objective issued. Occupy, loot, raise, or sack 3 different settlements. Okay, so, well, we have this hero here. A Plague Priest. Now, the Plague Priest does scouting for increased magic items. Also spreads corruption, which is always a useful thing. Can also damage settlement walls, wound, all that sort of stuff. So let's send him to Subatun here first, I think. Or actually, I should probably focus on the Mangrove Coast, I think. And that looks to be the closest. He can't exactly reach there first. We'll move Skulk up a little. And let's see. So we have the Clan Rat Spears. They are the anti-large and they're a meat shield. The regular Clan Rat's a meat shield. The Skaven Slave Spears, and the regular Skaven Slaves. Now, it looks like the Skaven Slaves are pretty much all expendable units. Expendable, if you don't know, don't do anything when they're destroyed to affect leadership, so it's always useful to have some of them. So we have the Skaven Slave Slingers. Let's take on some regular Skaven Slaves, I think. And we'll do one thing of spears. We have our Plague Monks, our Slingers, a Rat Ogre, and some Plague Claw Catapults. Oh, and this is our food index, so doesn't look like anything's being affected right now. So what can we do? What can we build for Oxel? We have this big burrow, has a food capacity. Now, what does that food capacity mean? Is that what can be produced here, I guess? Landmark. Corrupted spawning pool. Generates food, income, growth, income from all buildings in the region, and provides a garrison. So that's not bad. Exotic animal tamer. Although it does untainted. Why does it do untainted? Skaven corruption is going up. I don't know why it does untainted. Is it because it's a trade building? I don't know. If anyone knows, be sure to either comment here or comment in the description or the comments once this video is actually posted. And let me know, like, why exactly it's like that. So for economic buildings, we have the Rattling Warrens, growth, corruption, casualty replenishment. The slave wheels cannot be constructed in minor settlements. Seems to do a big boost to income from all buildings. Also does some technology at the end. And the rubbish pit seems to do a little bit. Well, let's see. The worst pieces of broken swag scavenged from battlefields. Yeah, it still doesn't really tell me why this does untainted as well. What about the buildings? Those do corruption. So is it just a matter of keeping a balance between them, I guess? Oh. This is an interesting dynamic, though. That the Skaven buildings do different things, I guess. Interesting. Alright, well, let's build up that clan barracks for now, and we'll do the spawning pool. That should be useful. And I think that's it for this turn, so let's end it. Oh, and let's pause for a moment, because I want to do my whole setup. If you didn't see it in the last episode of my Lizardmen Let's Play, I noticed that you have a whole camera setting thing up here that you can do. So what I like to do is allied factions, I'll set them to fastest and turn both cameras off. Enemy factions, we'll leave it at medium, but keep their speed at fast. And neutral factions, we'll turn it off and do fastest. These seems to help with the turn times a little bit. Or at least I think it does anyways.
one is the dark menace.
You stink stench. Syphilitic one.
Huh, so apparently Skaven can't go to a settlement to attack their walls, I guess? Or not attack their walls, to scout their ruins. Interesting, I guess. Oh, is this going down because of my units? Army upkeep, yes it is, okay. Well, that should be here pretty soon. So let's bring in a couple more. Let's bring in some clan rats, I think.
I am the Plague Lord. Many boxes. Onward.
Well, a food shortage seems to hurt public order a little bit. The 21 to 40% area. So that's not a good thing, but at the same time, with the corruption, it looks like you can balance that out a bit. So it could go either way. Let's look at the Skaven corruption here. Low or high, tainted or untainted. I will say that they should have this little button available for the other factions that do corruption. Does it help a little bit? Oh, I don't know if it's necessarily helpful or anything. Let's look at our rights. So let's see. A unique warlock engineer hero capable of causing a catastrophic earthquake in a foreign settlement will be summoned at your faction's capital. So we can make a doom engineer. And we can make a plague priest hero as well. This does diplomatic relations with Skaven, as well as raising loyalty, and generates food, growth, public order, that sort of thing. Okay, so some interesting rights. I do definitely agree with some posts that people have made, like on Reddit, for example, that the old world factions should get rights, because that can definitely, I think it'll definitely give them a boost. So let's end this turn. Wait for our army to grow a little bit before we take the Mangrove Coast.
Decay and die.
Okay, we have 14 units. Let's see what's here.
Attack, spread boxes.
And apparently I can't reach it.
Die. Pestilence comes. Seek out. We control. My eyes gone, but I see.
Hey there, Sword. Sorry. I need to eventually get a second monitor that I can more, better view the, the chat window and all that. So, I have it right now. I have Total War, in windowed mode, so that I can sort of see some of the... Oh, yes, yes. So I can notice when someone's watching my feed, but like right now, I only know, I have to actually look back and see if someone's actually said something, unless it goes all the way, so I really need to get a second monitor. It's one of my plans. This, probably, well, maybe this month, we'll see. But anyways, happy Halloween. Yeah, I just started the Skaven here to do Mortal Empires with. So let's see who's in this. Oh, what is this? Occupy settlements at level? Oh, okay. So that... Interesting. Well, that's a neat little mechanic. You can decrease settlement level to occupy a settlement. Okay. There's some neat little tricks here. Let's do a treasure hunt first. Beneath the ruins lie a series of caverns. As you explore, you begin to notice an increasing number of large cobwebs. Rounding a corner, you come face to face with 3 giant spiders, who appear to be asleep. Behind them, something glints in the torchlight. Well, let's see. Probably avoiding the spiders and take the item would be a Skaven sort of, I guess, reaction. So let's do that. And we got a Talisman of Protection. Okay. And it looks like that went to Skrulk. So that is a good thing. I'm actually doing Lord Skrulk here. Queek right now is, for Mortal Empires, well, he's considered very hard start, so, you know, I didn't exactly want to start with that right away. He also has to, he's part of the group along with Clan Ungrund and Skarsnik, the goblin guy, who go for Carrick 8 Peaks. So, I didn't want to start it with that. I figured, at least from what I saw from the whole campaign, that, well, Lord Skrulk seemed pretty good. Because I think in my Lizardman campaign, he ended up confederating Clan Moors? I think that's what they're called again. Let's see. Oh, I don't have it. Whatever the one is with Queek. They ended up confederating them, so. So yeah, I just started. It looks like there's some interesting aspects to the Skaven that I didn't even consider. We started off at war with these little Skaven guys here. Can I get closer? Will it tell me? No. Let's end the turn, and then we'll go from there. If you haven't noticed already, the little camera settings thing is very useful in Mortal Empires, especially because you can speed things up as far as the animations go.
Your kind burns energy, blessed or perhaps cursed with a high metabolism.
Yes, yes, keep my forces fed.
Stalking your foes, my lord. Approach unseen, and you may bring them to battle unprepared.
And for some reason, these Skaven are inviting some of the Lizardmen groups into battle against us for whatever reason. Whatever. Alright, let's take this Mangrove Coast.
Bring decay. Must spread our own corruption.
Yeah, those camera settings really seem to help, especially when you start to get to the point where you start to see all these forces moving around. I take it this is Teclis's new start position, probably the Star Tower, something like that. And this is Clan Eshin, so they actually are spread out a little bit here. Now that they are there, let's see, Clan Rats with shields or Spear Guys with shields? Let's do 2 Clan Rats and we'll do another set of Skaven Slaves. Nice! Yeah, Mortal Empires right now does have a lot of bugs from everything that's been reported. That's why you'll see in the comments of the video or the stream that I'm actually running with 2 sets of mods going right now. The Chaos Invasion fix to fix the Chaos Invasion, which is like the worst part right now. And then there is also the Old World little skill tree fix thing or whatever. It doesn't really affect the Skaven any, I don't believe. I think it's just for the old world factions, but I figured to include it as well. Alright, let's go grab this treasure. And maybe... Okay, I do have enough movement points to return back.
Where shadow, horned rat. Syphilitic one. Laws of decay. Clan Pestilens.
There aren't any rituals in Mortal Empires now. It's all conquering. So, if we look at our objectives, you have the short and long campaign victories. The short one, maintain at least 50% of the fallen corruption across all owned provinces. Maintain 50% corruption in Isthmus of Lustria, Northern Great Jungle, and Southern Great Jungle. And destroy Hexwaddle and Last Defenders. Oh, Last Defenders are all the way back over here. Hexwaddle are closer. And then I can control 8 settlements from any of the following, which are pretty much the main factions of the guys, and maintain 60 units. Long campaign victory has all of these different provinces and control 17 settlements, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So pretty much all but one of these settlements, it looks like. So a good amount for the long campaign victory. Yes, it is definitely a little bit different in this versus the old way. But you know what? I kind of like it so far. I've played a little bit with some of the other factions. I've been saving off on the Skaven. I think I've done only one battle using Skaven units so far. So it's going to be a new experience for me. Good or bad. Alright, so if I'm going to head up here, I'm probably going to want to move my forces there. Now I'm guessing that Skaven can see where other Skaven are located. So that's why I can see this Marks of the Old One place, whereas other factions would just see it as barren. But then again, I also saw Skaven Blight, which is a new addition in the old world. It's somewhere around here. When I was playing as the Clan Ungrund dwarf guys. Yes, go away, rat guys. Alright, 2 more turns before these guys are built up. Let's add a couple more armies to them. And then I'll be able to bring in my little Plague Priest guy too. Alright, what to add here? Probably do the one that has growth and casualty replenishment.
Poison wind.
But yeah, the biggest problem that normal Mortal Empires has that Creative Assembly is working on right now is the Chaos Invasion. I guess the way it works right now, unmodded, is Chaos Hordes will all come after you like they do in the regular Total Warhammer 2 campaign. So they won't go after any of the computer players, which is interesting, but yeah, is definitely a little much.
My eyes gone, but I see. Great character. Get your paws up.
And why is my corruption not apparently giving much boost now? I don't know why that is. Public order is, well, because earlier my corruption was giving me a big boost. Or is it that if you have too much corruption, it's a problem? Did he just say something about that and did I just not notice? In time, your fetid presence begins to increase disquiet within a province. Skaven corruption is spread wherever Skaven settle, as they naturally befoul anywhere they linger. Skaven corruption causes settled provinces to become less hospitable over time, even for Skaven. Okay. Interesting. So that's another interesting dynamic. So I noticed that there's some buildings that give untainted when they're built, and I was just wondering why that was, because I thought that the Skaven corruption would be useful for Skaven. Well, apparently not so much. So it looks like you have to keep a certain level of corruption, for example, for to fulfill the objectives and that sort of thing. But you don't want too much corruption, I guess. I have to say, that's an interesting little dynamic. Which also is a bad thing, too, because now I gotta figure out how to get rid of some of this corruption eventually.
Rival clan, become my puppets.
I've done a little bit of the High Elves campaign with, in the regular Vortex campaign. At least with Teclis's forces, which are these guys, the Order of the Lore Masters. I haven't completed it, but I think I'm close to completing it, if I remember correctly.
No furs, not welcome.
Rival power comes to parley, demanding a change.
I don't think so. Oh, go away, go away.
Consider their offer carefully.
Okay, good, they went away. And let's take this settlement here.
Verminous reinforcements may occasionally be summoned from below the battlefield.
The Menace Below is an army ability which allows Skaven factions to summon a unit of clan rats anywhere on the battlefield during a battle. So, okay. So you can add more to it based on the amount of food you have. Well, 4 of them I think should be a good amount. So let's use it and see what we can do.
To attack.
The advisor for the High Elves is the same as the Skaven and all the other factions. That old guy that was a bit more prominent in the first Warhammer game. Alright, let's find all our expendable units, set them up to the front, and then we can go from there.
Yes, yes. Countess command. Countess command. What orders? Bring up. Clan rats. Plague monks. Yeah. Plague priest. Plague monks. Our tales yours. Plague priest. Our tales yours. Are the Scramblers Council's command. Plague claw Patapine. The Vermintide. Plague monks! Now ready, now! Now move! Lord Stroke! What? At once, master! Not scurry yet! Fear and satisfaction!
Alright, so for this menace below, let's keep an eye out for any guys that we can pop out on. Uh-oh, they're sending some against us. Like these Night Runners as missile units will probably be a good unit to send against.
Now! Ready now! Murder, kill! Plague priest! Charging! Plague monsters! Starting it! Yes, yes! Not my fault! Now, ready, now! Plague priest! Spells of plague! Rat-a-tash! That is bad! Ready, ready! Skaven! Yes, yes! Plague monk! Plague claw Patapine! Pirates! Plague priest! Back on the ground! Spread their wings!
Oh yeah, these guys definitely kind of fall apart, especially the Skaven slaves. There are probably things I can do to try and increase their leadership, but, well, we'll do that eventually.
Plague Lord! Vermintide comes! Skaven slaves! Faster! Scurry! Murder! Kill! You all die! Big freeze! Surrender! Decay! Doom! And rats! Our tail's yours! Step! Big priest! Blood rats! Slayers! What? Clan rats! Enemy rats! Skaven, yes! Die! The mask of fear! Righteous friends! Other clan rats flee! You tread death! Big priest! Suffer the clean! Save my own slingers! Goodbye to the carcass! Clan rats! Slingers! They squirt fear musk! Move! At once, mates! Villagers! Big priest! They flee! We run!
Oh no! Flee, my little plague priest dude. Flee, plague priest, don't die!
Let's kill! I'm now ready. Look, you see, they ran. Murder, kill! Clan Scavner! Lord Sprung! Smell musketeer!
Okay, let's separate our ogre guys and send them after this warlord. To at least keep him on the run.
They squirt fear musketeers! None flee! Shameful display! We are not doomed!
I will definitely say that they do a good job of setting up the, I guess, horde of enemies that come with the Skaven.
For the Vermintide! Slingers! Very good, Master! Ready, as Master desires! Big priest! Slingers! Blade claw, motherfucker! Get them! Clan rats! The prize stands at the Valentine! Clan kill! Council's command! Goodbye, attack! Death on you!
That's alright, Sword. Yeah, I'll probably be doing this stream for maybe an hour 30, maybe 2 hours. So you can catch up on everything else that happens after this. Plus, it's only early game anyway, so a lot of it's just building up for getting my first province taken under my wing and that sort of thing. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit, because these night runners are a pain. Okay, there we go. Finally got rid of them. Well, that Plague Priest did take out a lot of guys, even though he was almost taken out himself. And that gave us some food, which is always a good thing. Alright, we'll occupy it. Let's do it up to level 3. That should be useful.
Find precious things, make hoard.
Alright, so yeah, it does go up to level 3. Okay. That's nice. Let's destroy this for now. And we'll want to set up some of that. And then we need something for Untainted. I guess that's going to be it. This rubbish pit. Probably right. Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet. Okay, so we'll do the rubbish pit.
I am the Plague Lord.
Alright, so for a Plague Priest, spreading corruption would be good, but I want him kind of with our army, so we'll probably increase. Oh, hey, so the Plague Priest gets some nice stuff for attacks as well. Plague Furnace. I'll have to check that out eventually. But let's boost his spell casting for now. Ooh, he has some nice little things. Plague Lord, Herald of Decay, Envoy of the Council, Voice of the Horned Rat, and Aura of Pestilens. Well, let's see. Given that we have issues with leadership, I think I'll start with this for him. And then I'll use the Plague Priest to do the boost to spells and that sort of thing for now. And then I'll decide what to do with Skrulk as far as his spell stuff goes later. Oh, and I didn't even notice this. The different levels of layers contribute to some different versions of Skaven slaves that you can recruit as well. Oh, and that efficient planning can be used to take on some of the tainted mess as well. So let's do that. Anything else to do? I think that's probably good for now. And the Southern Great Jungle, we can probably aim for our next place to conquer.
Horned Rat provides. fools back in Skaven blight. I can... Yes, so...
Okay, so since we're looking to consolidate some of our forces, our provinces or whatever, we're going to end the war with them for now. And we'll build up these forces.
I see.
Night Runners and Gutter Runners would be very useful, I think. But so would artillery as well. So let's probably... Let's see. Engineering, doom wheels, plague... Yeah, we'll do that to start out. You know what, I think I am going to do that clan pit there, and then we'll get rid of it. I know I just deleted it, but thinking about it, and since this settlement only gets 8 slots, I think that's what we'll do, and we'll build that up there. So let's do that for this next turn. I wonder if I should go up against Teclis. Be interesting, but at the same time, it may not be a good choice. Once my Plague Priest is healed, I'll send him out to scout out what we want to do from there. Also, one thing I'll note as well is all of these Skaven, like this is a full 20 army, and they only give 6 military presence, so it looks like the Skaven actually get less of an influence on military presence than normal, which is interesting. And it kind of makes sense too, given the nature of Skaven.
Not welcome.
Alright, so I want Night Runners, so we're going to start on that hidden lair there, I think. And let's build up that fortified entrance, or entries, or whatever that was.
You're in Liber Bubonicus. I am the Plague Lord. Onward, diseased brethren. Plague Priest.
Oh, go away, little Skaven, or little lizardmen dudes. Of course, if they did end up taking Subatun there, I would just have to destroy them, so... Alright, what can I do for public order here? Oh, the Taskmaster's platform, yes. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Plus it'll give me a little technology boost there. Alright, Assassin's Hideout? I think so. Alright, once I can get some of those buildings, I'll be able to get a nice little boost for starting technology. I think that's it for this turn. I'm somewhat concerned if I take this that they're going to declare war on me. I hope they don't. But let's take it so we can try and consolidate some power here. I can't afford to do that, unfortunately. Let's just take it.
Decay and die. Stench of others, too strong.
Alright, first things first, let's do growth. And 5 turns to replenish. But I can at least get them back over here to help out a little bit, I think. And now Techless is declaring war on me. Lovely.
Prestige grows, my lord. News of your conquests spreads far and wide. Your developing power is noted by even the most distant of kings and bestial lords.
You bubonic clan.
Alright, so he's eventually probably going to try and come down here. That is at level 3. The Blood Swamps, there's not too much there. Well, hopefully we can take him out. Hopefully.
Spread corruption. Syphilitic one. More like it. Yes, yes.
Also, I can recruit an assassin now. What does he do exactly for us anyways? Oh, they replenish troops, so I definitely kind of need him. So, let's see. Warpstone Hoarder, Weapon Master, or Strong. You know what? Let's do a strong one, I think.
Clan assassinating.
And Devious Plans for Night Runners and all that. Sure.
You're in Liber Bubonicus.
I wonder what exactly Texas is planning there. Because he's at war with them, and he's at war with me. Is he just going back and forth to defend, maybe?
Humble priest grows. Lord Skrulk. Lord Skrulk. Sneak, scurry.
Ooh, that Vermintide also spawns clan rats. Though I don't need any more than that. That I get with the Menace from Below right now.
Doom decay.
Alright, so I need to get some of these Night Runner guys, or Gutter Runners, or whatever. Gunner Runners can fire while moving. They have range 70. The Gutter Runner Slingers have range of 140. That's not bad.
Cankerous delight. Pestilent aura. I am the Plague Lord.
So we'll bring in some Gutter Runner Slingers. And I think I might change out the Skaven Slaves for regular Gunner Runners in the next turn. Before I move on Techless.
Mimi, Death Master.
Oh yeah, I wanted to get rid of some of these guys too, so let's actually just get rid of that thing of Skaven Slaves.
My eyes not what I see. I can't kill. I am the Plague Lord.
Oh, does Techless take it? Maybe? Maybe not.
All suffer. Scurry forth. Seek out plague.
Okay, next turn we'll start into the blood swamps. I want to be careful not to take too much attrition here. How much will we take anyways? Oh yeah, that's a nice little bit. Yeah, we're gonna avoid that for the moment.
My pox carriers to me! Racketator! You can't be filth!
Alright, well hopefully that rebellion won't get too large yet. And we'll have some time before we can move on the blood swamps there. Now the Sentinels of Seti want to have peace with us, since they're all the way over here ashore.
None shall stand before Pestilens! Move, hustle!
Okay, one more turn and then we can finally take the blood swamps. Or raise it or whatever we're gonna do there. Well, that little rebellion should help us take the blood swamps now.
Make things sick and die. Reap for Pestilens.
I don't think I'm gonna use any of the Menace Blow right now, because I'm gonna hold off. And I guess you don't get 4 every turn to start out. So, or every battle. So I kind of just wasted all of those that I had. Oh well.
Time to attack! Now, ready, now! Clan rats! What orders? What? Skaven slaves! Guide us onward! Plague monks! Rhetoric! Plague monks! But what orders?
I thought that assassin would be a ranged unit, but apparently he's a melee unit. Interesting.
Plague priest! Order of Pestilens! I am Sprout! This way, fool! New victim? Come, brothers! Assassin! Plague Lord! Stop! Moving, chasing!
Elves, where are you? Oh, my catapults can't hit him from there. Oh wait, maybe they can. And their archers aren't doing much at all against my assassin. Good.
Apprentice! Skaven slaves! Pirates! Attack! Attack! Black Death! Ready, ready. Spears. Good burn. Clan rats. Feeders. Die, die. Like priest. Monogamous. King and country. Our tile's yours. Infect. Kill. Chase down. Snake scum. Clan rats. Follow the arrows. Fire! Order must be maintained. Back on the ground. Fight, attack. Oh, yes, hold one. Counter scammer. Enough. Courage has failed us.
Okay, I think we're almost done here. Sorry you couldn't really see too much from that battle. It was, with all these trees and with it being dark, there's really not much that you could see.
Rapture, Plague Brothers. Find me Warpstone Brothers.
Alright,
Nothing.
let's sack it.
Soon shall be Arch-Plague Lord. Onward, diseased brethren.
Okay, we'll head back over here.
I am the Plague
Hopefully
Lord.
Teclis doesn't come and attack us now that we're right here.
My
Hopefully.
eyes gone, but I see. Faithful servant of decay.
Alright, let's end it here. I know they probably don't like me trespassing, but it's only 10 minus right now.
Come, compatiles, longest one. Stop, no. Clan Pestilens will rule the world.
And of course he's going to attack. Son of a... Well, I have gotten 2 Menace Below guys, so let's increase this a little bit, because we're gonna need it.
Spears!
Skaven! Yes, yes! Ready, ready! Die as the old one! Countess command! Countess command! What orders? Ready, ready! Yes, yes! Blade claw catapult! Pestilence abound! Lord Sprout! Now tail's yours! Clan rats! Now! Ready now!
Alright, I have no idea if this is going to work, but hopefully I can encompass them into it and use my menace blows to surprise their artillery.
Now, ready, now! Blade claw catapult! Big priest! Ready, ready!
Oh, come on, rat guys. You suck.
For the Valentine! Spears! What orders? Die, die! Blade claw catapult! Look, see, they run! Attack! Charge! Should we run? Yes, yes, magic kills him. Assassin!
Okay, quit coming up, you little thing.
Yes, yes, brethren. Our tale is yours. Should we run or should slingers? Fight, fight! Kill! Assassin! Scamper, come back! Smells of blade! New Deathmaster out! Assassin! Assassinate! Our resolve is failing! Die, Skaven! You will! Multiplication! Plague Priest! Plague Lord! Plague Priest! Retreat! Retreat! Clan Rise! Agreed! Yes, yes! We obey! Plague Power Catapult! We prevailed! Poison! Stop! Stop! Back underground!
Come on, don't fall apart on me.
They flee! We run! Come, brothers! Back underground! Suffer the clean! Retreat! Retreat! Stunter scurry! Silent kill killer! Back underground! Spears! Spears are the feet! Save my own fur!
Well, I have Skrulk and my catapult left. That's not good.
Machine slingers! Slings down! Our tail yours! Lord Scrub! Come, brothers!
Okay, something keeps unselecting me. I don't know if it's when my units run or what, but it's kind of annoying.
Retreat! Retreat! Plague monks to me! Die! Die! Kill your thing! Our enemies fear us! Plague Priest! Stop! Go!
And oh, I'm getting close. I might lose Skrulk. That's not good. He can't take on the Swordmaster, guys. Nope, there it goes. Well, that sucks. I'm at war with the Itza? I did not even know that. You know what? Sure. It's interesting that a Lizardman faction is offering to join a war against another Lizardman faction for the Skaven, but okay, whatever. So, settlement upkeep is saying that I have... Oh, that generates food. Okay, we could do that then. Oh, I guess it's because of the pastures there. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so I'm gonna need a lord here for the time being. We could do one of Ruin. Or I could do a warlord here. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Because I could use some of his help there, I think. Okay. I need an army that's not gonna fall apart on me right away. So let's do clan rats. We'll do the clan rat spear guys to start out. Alright, those pesky, sneaky vermin from Clan Pestilens have been skulking around your army. Eventually, they emerge from the shadows and offer their services, in exchange for a price, of course. Well, let's accept their help. So I can get some... Oh, what was that other thing? I don't know what that other thing was, but okay. At least my loyalty's gone up with him. So food consumption. What exactly causes food to be consumed? I'm not entirely sure. Night runners. Let's see, we got gutter runners, night runners. What is the difference between a gutter runner, slinger, and a night runner? Decent melee combat, it looks like. And I think they have less ammunition as well. Oh, and they also don't have the snare nets either. So you know what? Let's do some gutter runners next. Oh, and I do need my heroes again too.
Yes, yes. Call me Death Master.
He's loyal again, yay. Alright. So, yes, clan rat spears, gutter runners. We'll need some stationary. I know the gutter runners I'm going to probably set up towards the front, and they'll be able to run away while being attacked. I'll need some decent slingers to be stationary, so who will be stationed behind the clan rat spears. So that'll probably be these gutter runner slingers, I think. They have ammunition 24, 22 for the night runners slingers. Maybe I'll do night runners behind them. because the Night Runners will be able to defend themselves a bit better.
Haunted one. Thief in the living last night. I see your lord.
And I need 3 technologies before I can recruit some engineers, or the Pestilent Knave to do my Plague Priest guy. Well, if I'm doing 3 technologies, I would imagine I can do those ones, so let's start with those. So the Itza want to end the war with us right now. Since I'm focusing on Teclis, I'll take it. I think right now, if I can take out Teclis and take the Star Tower, then take out Clan Pestilens or whatever, things will get better. Also, Chaos stirs. So this is the preliminary little chaos thing.
A scheme of great and terrible destruction has been concocted by your devious engineers, my lord. Laden one with explosives and have him visit your enemy.
Alright, so let's perform this little rite here. And we have the little Doom Engineer. So this Warlock Engineer's one aim is to expend his life in an insane warpstone-fueled detonation. Okay, so he's actually... So he's not a Warlock Engineer that you can add to an army. He damages the walls and buildings of the target settlement. So he actually goes and does damage to a target. Interesting.
I'm warpstone soon.
That actually sounds like a neat little trick for him. Alright, what else to add to this army? Probably Skaven slaves to form the back section of the army. Can't do Storm Vermin yet, and I don't have any artillery now. Fudge. So probably add some more Night Runner slings to end it. And Clan Pestilens is now no more, unfortunately.
I lead.
And let's see. Those guys are almost done. You know what? Let's do another army for Skrulk. Now, Skrulk, what do we want to do for you? Do we want to have you focus on some of those powers? I think so, since we lost our other Plague Priest dude.
Clan Pestilens is all.
And maybe I'll just go very cheap with your army and do a bunch of Skaven slaves.
Lord Skrulk. What a engineer!
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to bring 2 armies for this, just to empower my forces enough to take them out.
The doom is coming. Join us, Skaven warlord. Skaven Yaka. I am the Plague Lord.
Oh, fudge. I didn't finish moving my Warlock Doom Engineer guy.
Clan Pestilens is all. Squeak moose. I say move.
Alright. Let's do regular clan rats for this part. And you're there, so let's end the next turn. And hopefully my 2 armies of Skaven will be able to just overwhelm Teclis's forces there. And then I can use my little Warlock guy on the Star Tower, take that out.
Great one. Where's my doom rocket? Cankerous delight. Most masterful of masters.
Alright, what else do we want to give to you? Some gutter runners. Can we afford it? It's a little iffy. Let's do some more Skaven slaves. Where are you at? We'll do spears for this one. And Teclis is doing his duty by taking out the vampires that were in his area.
It's master now. My eyes gone, but I see.
Well, the good news is that the vampiric corruption here has gone down.
My order, scurry move. Skaven warlord. A true disciple.
Yes, position yourself, Teclis, so I can destroy you. I think I got gypped out of that bargain with the Sentinels of Zeti going to war with Itza and then just ending it. But whatever. Okay, so he's not going to be able to get all the way there. Let's move him there. And we'll have him... Well, he can't encamp. Never mind. But Skrull can encamp. Can't bring in forces in one turn, though, so that's not going to be too helpful. You I'm placing there, and eventually I'll be able to go against that star tower. And I got another thing here that I can build. Let's see. Growth vats. I think I'll do that clan pit probably. Or do I want to do an economy thing? Public order. Maybe I'll do the rubbish pit actually. Recruitment costs reduces that of local armies. And if I took Itza, that's a lot of slots that I can use for armies, so... Oh, wait a second. I just realized. Well, you know what? Let's get rid of that. And we'll build walls for that one. Because this one does the growth as well, and the food. Alright, this time I am taking the blood swamps, and I am going to take out Teclis as well.
Things need specimens. Find them, yes. You're in Liber Bubonicus. Lord Skrulk. Get the things.
And yes, the little thing, the auto-resolve thing for Skaven is still broke, so trying to auto-resolve this would be a mess.
Prepare to die hard! Glamrod spears! Gutter runners! Ready! What orders? The Skaven slaves! Warlord! Great clans! See!
Alright, let's move this force ahead while Skrull brings his forces in.
It shall be done! For Skrulk! I am best! Lord Skrulk! Moving, chasing! Faster, scurry! Ready! Squeak! What orders? Scampering! For the Valentine! Onwards! Brave, fierce Mimi! Warlord! Wrinkly sweet! Suffer the clean! Kill slain! Warlord! See, they have more! Lord Scrub! Scamper Scabby! Ready! You death master! Get runners! Artillery wizard!
Winds are rising!
Die! 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 Warlord! Clan rat spears! Back on the ground! What? Fight! Attack! Lord Scrout! Scurry race! Horned rat! I'm now ready! Goodbye! Better runners! Our tail's yours! Counters cover! Better runners! Fight! Retreat! Exterminate! Go! Scud the scurry! Lord Sprout! Penetration retreat! Please! Plague monks to me!
I think the Skaven are about as bad, if not worse, than the Bretonnian peasants right now.
Scurry race! They flee! Lord Sprout! They squirt your musk! Skaven slaves!
Also, that your warriors are rallying icon is totally annoying.
Council's command! Black Death! Sneak, sneak, run! For the Valentine! Kill death! Tail forward! For the Valentine! Retreat, retreat! Clan rats! Slingers! Clan rat spears! For the Valentine! What? Yes, yes! On, rats! Lord Sprout! Spells of plague! Pestilence abound!
Also, Skrulk is a horrible fighter.
Blessed with kill! New victim! And die! Assassin!
Die, Skaven!
Snicked the apprentice! We losing!
Come on, go save Skrulk, you stupid assassin.
Wait! Night runners! Damn! Clan rats! It's not worth it!
Oh, that was the warlord. That wasn't Skrulk. That was about to die. Okay.
Move! Plague monks to me! Scurry race! Eat bite! What orders? Slingers! For the Valentine! Trace them! Honest! Retreat! Retreat! Brace you! Bloody flee! Barbarians! Retreat! Surrender! Gutter runners! Kill! Shooting! Hide! Hide! Counter-scammer! And skitter! Guide us! Overhaul! Night runners! What orders? Master desires! In a retreat! Run! This way, fool! Shameful display for the Vermintide! Slingers! Light! Plague! What orders? Blood rats! Back underground! Should we run? Flee! Prepare to die! Warlord! Agree, Rick! Die! Granite spear! Stop down! Move! Spears! At once!
These Skaven are just an absolute mess. They really are.
The weeping blades! Night runners! Now move! Now ready, now! That bill! Ready! Night runners! We obey! Sink!
Come on, assassin. Oh, you coward.
Attack! Fight! Yes! Yet a queen! Insects! Kill! Vermin! Night runners! Don't flee! Scamper, go! Scamper, come back! Kill them! Scamper, go! Lord Run! Flee! Flee! Retreat! Vile rats!
Come on, you cowards.
Retreat! Surrender! Our tile's yours! Not my fault!
Wow. Oh my gosh. That was an absolute disaster.
My eyes gone, but I see. Our clan
Seriously, you Skaven should just be oh my gosh.
the doom is coming. Clan superior. We are brave, mighty. Lord Skrulk. Conqueror's delight. You're in my objects. Doom decay. The doom is coming.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna move him into the fleeing stance yet. Why can't I retreat? What the hell? Let's do some of these and then let's see what we can do. Oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous.
Plague monks to me! What? For the famine tide! Yes! Slingers!
I'm gonna lose this battle now, aren't I? And of course, my reinforcements show up behind him. Seriously.
Scurry race! Come, brothers! Move! Clan advance! Voila!
Yeah, those clan rats really aren't much better than the normal Skaven slaves, from everything that I can see so far.
Plague monks to me! No! No! Don't you stab me then! Blessed with hell! Stab me! Lord Skroak! Plague cast! Die killed! Guide us on my edge! Lord Skroak! Hungry for the battle! What orders? Night runners! Yes, yes, yes! Get the runners! Now! Ready now! Lord Skroak! Wake up! Vermintide comes! Hail wolf! Prepare to die! Look where the great clans sissy fights! I am Skroak! Ready now! Screaming cattle flank! Go! Spells of blade! Magic strong! Clan rats! Tremble before Skrull! Blade Lord! Plague cast! Scarlet, go! Nasty things die! Ready, ready! Mark Scurry, yes! Retreat, retreat! Lord Skroak! We run?
I'm just gonna finish this up. Because I'm just ready for this episode to be done. That was absolutely ridiculous. Alright, well, just to make me feel better, I'm just gonna use him.
Optics! Blast!
Well, that is it for this episode so far. Or this, yeah. It'll end this stream. My assessment right now, I absolutely hate the Skaven, to be honest. I have not had this kind of difficulty before with any race. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. We'll see where things go. if they go bad or not. I have no idea what to even try to do as far as the next lord goes. Let's just do a grace here, I guess. And then for my army, I have absolutely no idea what I should do. I have these night runners that I could use, maybe. See, the Skaven slaves don't cause... Even the clan rats don't really do too much damage. So the night runners do. They may be able to... What kind of leadership do the night runners have? 48 versus Skaven slaves at 35 and clan rats at 45. So according to this, the clan rats should have all right leadership, but they've just been falling apart on me. So, I don't know. If you know anything that I could do better, definitely let me know, because I need to do something here. Beyond that, we'll figure out in the next episode, I guess. See you then.